Is there dice in here?
What do you got there?
Don't
I wouldn't be opening.
Oh my God, there's dice.
It's the dice bag.
I'm not.
Oh, that's staying in.
Now I have a moral dilemma. Do I leave this in or not?
There's one shot up there. There's one up there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to touch.
Did you see him? He shouldn't have touched it. He touched all these die.
This belongs to a female player in our group who may or may not go ballistic if she sees this.
Let's see if she sees this.
He is going to murder me.
Let's see if she sees it.
He's going to murder me.
It's a moral dilemma. When I'm editing this, I'm going to be just angel and devil on my shoulder for
It's a
hours.
Sophie's choice that you have to make, Kent.
God.
She's gonna murder me, Ken.
As long as she does it on camera.
Welcome to Bardic Aggravation. Today I have Rick, Kent, and myself, Brandon, and we're gonna talk.
You say that like you sometimes have different people.
But today we're talking about the best support class ever.
Bard, again. We just did the Bard.
Not the Bard.
It is the Bard.
No, it's not.
Bard's the best one.
No, it's not.
Yep.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
Yep.
Nope. And we can't compare it to D&D because there isn't this class in D&D 5e. And that is the Commander.
Who are you supposed to be right now? I don't know how.
He is trying to command this, and that's not happening because I'm in command of this table right now. I'm the commander now.
Is that how that works? Is that how this class works? I don't
It's
want you to
actually-
force me what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
Actually is not how this class works. And that's everybody's
what it sounds
misconception. But let's dive into what a commander is. Yes?
Tell me.
In DC20, a commander is at base an expert battlefield tactician.
I would agree with that.
You would or wouldn't?
I said I would.
I know that was quick. I just want to make sure that you're not mumbling through that.
True. Good call.
So you would agree with that?
Yeah. That's what they are. I thought you'd that up royally, but good job.
I know, I did my homework today.
I have no faith in you, but
So what are they? A marshal? Are they a wizard? What are they?
They're absolutely a marshal.
no magic, no spells for you
No
as a
spells.
commander.
Okay.
It's all in the head and what you can do on the battlefield.
All right. So you have the normal maneuvers like a fighter would?
Yes, you get access to all attack maneuvers, so obviously your power extend and sweep.
Okay.
Sounds like you're selling a vacuum cleaner. Power attack. You can add more damage when you attack.
Yes.
Or one, you add a little action point to that, and then the sweep is you can hit more than one person, and the super suction. What's the third one?
The extend.
Extend. You can go one space further, even if you're using just a dagger. Somehow you turn your arm into rubber, and you can go one more space. And you did something. You moved. They walked into your blade.
It makes a lot of sense. But yeah, as a marshal, you get access to all attack maneuvers, these 3, and then 4 additional
Of your choice.
of your choice.
Grapples or defenses or saves. It's the only reason you really need to say F you D&D and come and play this.
Of course.
If you're a marshal, 7 choices you get on your turn at level 1, no matter what else goes on. 7 different. I got 7 different things I can do on my turn while I'm attacking. Are you kidding me? What's the matter with you? Get over here.
So what do these guys get? What is it? I mean, I know they're a martial class, but what else do they get?
So their first thing that you would consider they get, first level class feature.
You would consider, or it's just what they get?
It is what they get. Inspiring presence. So being on the battlefield and knowing kind of how everything works, you just have this natural presence to yourself that people want to follow you or they want.
And it's very inspiring.
Yes.
It's very inspiring.
That's why it's called inspiring presence.
Yes.
Wow.
You inspire them.
With your presence.
Yeah. So you can spend.
Not Christmas presents. You're not Santa Claus.
No.
It's your presence. Spell presence. That is not the present presence. Not the other presence.
Like in the present, I want to be done with this conversation.
That's the wrong present. Now spell the other one.
P-R-E-N-P-R.
Presence.
Pretzels.
Never mind. Moving on.
Anyways.
You failed.
So like
Prove your uselessness yet again.
all the other martial classes, you get stamina points. So for inspiring presence, you can spend that stamina point, and you can grant HP equal to how many stamina points you spend to creatures within 5 spaces. So if you spend a stamina point, so for levels 1 and 2, your stamina point spend limit is 1.
You only have 1 stamina point, so you
Right,
can't go
right.
crazy and heal the whole party. You can heal 1 hit health point
Right.
to somebody within 5 spaces of you.
There.
You should probably make it an ally. Otherwise, you're just going to be looked at as an idiot. You replenish your stamina points in battle. Every class has a different way to replenish either their stamina points or things like that.
Right.
And the way that the commander does it is they have to give somebody every time they give somebody a help die, which is the 1d8. We've talked about this before. We'll talk about it again because this is their thing. The help action. They get a stamina point replenished. So you'll keep getting that back, but you're only going to ever have 1 at a time at first level.
First level, and then unless you take a like you said, a talent that gives
At
you 2.
first level, I said.
First level, you can't take a talent.
Way to confuse the people. I had them all right where I wanted them, and then you just came in and...
It's my job to make you
Confused?
do this. No, be angry. And
Trigger me?
Aggravated.
Trigger it.
Because that's on brand.
Yes, that's true.
We got to do that.
All right, good job. Carry on.
How does that feel, though? How does this flavor?
I was going to ask you
That's
guys,
what I'm thinking about. That.
how do you do this? How are you healing somebody
you
without
heal
healing or
somebody?
magic? Let's hear it.
I don't know. I'd say, but I don't know. I don't even know. I'm thinking.
I would say more like a vigorous adrenaline rush.
What does a health point represent in this game? How much damage you can take?
1 health point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
So that means why do you get 1 back if you've not been healed?
my guess, my answer is it's an adrenaline rush, and
Adrenaline, they tell you when you're bleeding to calm down because if you don't, you're going to bleed more.
So maybe that's what
So
he
that's
says too.
dumb.
Maybe he's like, calm down.
Calm down.
Hold
Take a
yourself.
breath.
Take a breath.
You're bleeding all over me. Maybe
medic.
ties a tourniquet around you real quick.
But it's within 5 spaces. So how do you do that?
He throws a tourniquet at you with such accuracy that it just ties itself.
I would like to see what people come up with for using this.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Let us know how you would flavor this so that because it's not healing, but you're getting a health point back.
Yeah,
It's not temporary. We could see that. I could see temporary hit point being more
That
of
would be more of a surge.
of a bolster of a
surge,
but
yeah.
you're already wounded and now you're not wounded. So I don't think we're gonna figure this one out here.
No,
otherwise
please.
this video is gonna be too long. So we're gonna leave it up to you guys to let us know, and we will talk about that comment in the next
I
video.
want to know.
The next thing you get is called
it?
Commander's Call.
Yes.
So this is going to cost you 1 action point. You're doing this on your turn in combat. 1 action point and 1 stamina point to do one of these 3 things for your party. Let's say to your party, but it's for your party members. You're basically giving them a free reaction when it's not their turn. They're not spending their own action points. They're not spending any of their own resources at all. They just get to do this thing that you command them to do. One is
Rick, you can
attack.
leave now.
For free.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
If it was a command, would you say you can leave now, or would you say leave now? You can leave now is like a suggestion.
Well, that's sorry. Well, I didn't mean to step on your toes.
You didn't. I like when you say things so I can make fun of you.
Commander's Call allows you to give one of your allies a reaction that they can use immediately.
All right.
And the 3 actions they can give you are the attack action, the dodge action, and
Dodge. It's the dodge.
and the move action. So you can call out and say, hey, attack this creature because of something else, that gives them advantage on that attack for reaction. It's pretty cool. And you don't have to spend your action points like you had said.
Well, So it's a free action that somebody can do not on their turn. If the commander gives, Brandon says you can hear the attack thing, then his character, not on their turn, gets to immediately attack somebody if they're able to. And they get advantage on that attack, but you can't spend any of your own resources to increase that attack.
Yeah,
you
no
can't
stamina.
spend your own action points or stamina points to do more damage or give yourself reach or any of that.
Right.
So it's a free attack with advantage, though.
It's a free slap.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Pretty cool. You can also say, hey, get out of the way, because something's coming. You can give them
Dodge.
the full dodge action.
Full dodge. What does full dodge mean?
Full dodge means you have advantage
You
on...
never go full dodge.
Dodge is only 1. Full dodge is every attack against you.
Yes. So full dodge means every attack until your next turn.
Yes. Disadvantage on every attack against you until your next turn.
That's great. It's a full dodge, not just a dodge.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
until
that's
whoever
really
gets
good.
whoever gets this little gift given to them by the commander gets they get to dodge every attack against them until the start of their next turn.
So essentially, you are in peril. You're standing in front of the big bad, and your commander sees it, and they're like, "Get out! He's about to hit you!" And they swing at you with disadvantage. It's pretty sweet.
Get out! He's about to hit you.
Yeah.
That's your creative.
Move! It's coming in. And the final commander's call
What can he do?
he can command you to move. So get the hell out of there. You can, as a reaction, use your full speed.
That sounds similar to what you said the dodge action command would be.
Move because there's
Get out of there! Trying to hit you. He's in the house. He's calling from in the house.
The move from the commander's call, when he calls out move, gives you your movement immediately as a reaction, full speed. And it doesn't impart opportunity attacks. So you can just get the hell out of dodge.
Yeah, you could save somebody from death's door with this one.
This lets you rearrange the whole battlefield, though. It's pretty amazing. I mean, the attack, not as much as dodge and move. I feel like dodge and move, you could really move people around and get everybody where you want them to be.
For this, though, when you say commander's call, they command you. Do you have to do it like the spell command?
No.
No?
No, why would you? They just, you get to. You get to. Why would you say no?
Here's full dodge. No, thank you.
Maybe
Right.
I don't like the way you speak to me.
So yes, no, this isn't something you're forced to do. And again, you're not using your own action points. This is something you get to do because you have a commander giving you this fun thing to do. That if you
Free.
find a reason why, no, I just don't want to do that,
Free.
then, I mean, I could see a situation where he says the move thing and you're like, I'm happy where I am. And you say, I'm not moving. You're not going to be forced to move. You're not mind controlled in any way, shape, or form unless you're Brandon.
No.
But a
No.
player who's playing a commander is going to know who wants to move and who doesn't. Who could use that? Who could get the most out of that extra attack? Who needs to dodge because they're running low? They know this stuff because they're paying attention. And if they're not,
They have to.
Get a new player.
Forces them to watch every aspect
it does. They're
of
so
the
involved.
fight all the time. You have to watch everybody's turn. You can't be on your phone. You can't be fooling around doing anything else because you have to have those reactions to help everybody. That's your whole job.
That's a great point because it is forcing you. If you're playing a commander, it's forcing you to pay attention to everybody's turn.
Everybody, and you're looking where they are in the field, and you'll start thinking that way yourself probably too.
Yeah, I think I
Right?
even see that with Damien, where
Yeah.
there's more of a he's much
He's
more
watching.
kind of knows who to give what before.
And he's still attacking and doing things too. It's not like he's giving away his whole life to give these little bonuses.
Yeah, the commander could still attack.
Yeah, he's still doing other things. This is just a reaction. Boom.
Right.
He's spending an action point and a stamina point.
Yes.
He still has 3 action points left.
Right.
Yeah. To give the help and get his stamina back. And then he still has an attack.
This really feels like Game of Thrones. You're sitting at a table and you're moving the pawns around on the table.
Why'd you have to call us pawns?
No, I'm just saying, like, you're a battlefield tactician. You just know, like, okay, this is where this is going to go. That's where this is going to go. You have control over everything. You're a control freak.
You call them the pawns.
Well, they are the pawns.
Oh!
I don't think so.
Now I don't
you're
wanna
giving
play
your-
with you.
You're giving your knight an extra attack is what you're doing. You're seeing your queen's ability and helping her. You're not telling her what to do.
You see how human beings
You're
behave?
giving a help.
Pay attention.
They're pawns. And then let's move on from Commander's Call.
Is there something else?
Yeah, it's their flavor
You're
feature.
not doing all of these.
Okay, then
bastard.
let's go.
Let Rick have a turn. Maybe he
Okay,
wants to
let's
talk
go
about
then.
the flavor
Wow.
feature.
So the flavor feature. Is that okay, Brandon?
Is he allowed to speak, Brandon?
I'm
Are you
waiting.
gonna command
I'm
me to
f***ing
speak? Are you
waiting.
gonna f***ing
I'm
command me?
bleeping, waiting.
Hey, both of you!
Bleeping, waiting.
I'm gonna put a quarter jar here, a swear jar. That's what I'm gonna do. And every time you don't bleep yourself, something goes in there.
I'm going to bring a whole roll of quarters.
Bring your quarters.
Veteran. This is your flavor feature. You're a veteran. You've been a grizzled war veteran. So you know all about the military. You have a lot of military knowledge. So you get advantage on any kind of military checks. Any kind of history about military, what's going on in the city with their military, anything like that you get advantage on.
So you don't automatically know. You have to roll.
You have to roll, yeah, but you get advantage on that roll. So you actually do know what's going
like
on.
a
in
knowledge
areas.
check.
Very big
Pertaining
knowledge check.
to military.
And hopefully you take military knowledge or something like that to go with it, maybe to give yourself some extra points.
It would make sense. Brandon wouldn't do that, but the rest of you probably should.
And you also, with this little feature, you get advantage on
What?
charisma checks versus non-hostile military people. So if you're talking to soldiers in town, like always you do whenever you're playing the game, you see a soldier in town, you talk to them about something, you get
Yeah,
advantage
you
on
walk
that
into
charisma
town
check.
and you go, who the f***'s in charge here? You get advantage on that.
Quarter jar. So you get advantage on talking to non-hostiles. I guess if they're hostile, you definitely don't get advantage anyway. So
Because they're coming after you.
we don't even need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It's the flavor feature. So what flavor would this be, Brandon?
Oh, tapioca.
That's not a flavor.
It
not a
is a
flavor.
It is a flavor of
kind.
pudding. We've been
It's
talking
a species of pudding, but it's not a flavor.
It is a flavor.
Species.
Would you? This is not vanilla.
Tapioca is vanilla flavored.
It's
That's
not-
the flavor of
well,
tapioca.
You have that little like.
It's just vanilla pudding with fucking rice in it.
You have
That's
that
all
little rice.
tapioca
It's
is.
got a little bit of
Well, it's
texture
rice
to
pudding
it.
then.
Yeah.
It's
It's
got
not a
balls in
flavor. Rice has no flavor. Give me a flavor.
Fudge.
What ice cream flavor? Fudge. We'll call this fudge, right? Chocolate fudge.
Chocolate fudge.
That's it. I'm putting it down in the books. It's chocolate fudge flavor. What this is. Tapioca. Jesus.
Brilliant.
What do you have against tapioca pudding?
It's not a flavor.
All right, level 2 for the commander.
Level
First
2.
thing you get is combat leader. Whenever you roll initiative, you can grant an ally a D8 help die
For what?
For what? Yeah.
to their initiative. So they
Oh.
get to jump up in initiative even.
That was important,
It's
right?
William Shatner. Yes.
If you want someone in the party to go first instantly, you can just pick them and give them that D8 right when initiative happens.
And nobody else can do this.
Nobody can do this. This is
Originally, in the older ones, you could anybody could give a help die in any circumstance,
Right.
which included during initiative. But now only the commander can do this. Very special.
It makes
special.
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he's telling everybody what to do right off the rip, right? I know what I'm going to have and who I need to go first.
He's telling everybody what they might want to consider doing.
They're going to do what he says.
Or he's helping the person who rolls terribly to roll a little bit better
Why?
because he wants everybody to do better as a team.
Oh God! Blech.
Oh my gosh, what is
So
going
he's taking
on?
the fastest person. He's making sure we go fucking first. Is what he's doing.
He also gets, though, get this. It gets better.
Okay.
He can analyze creatures. And he has combat insight. So he can use those for free before even the first turn of combat. So he can kind of analyze the field, give out some initiative, and help you guys get a jump start on the combat.
Combat insight is something that anybody can do,
Yes.
but it's an action. The commander can do it for free.
For free.
Before a battle starts, they can just do this. No action point spent. And they can look at a creature and they can kind of tell by its body language or it's something. Maybe it's wearing a t-shirt that's saying, I'm going to attack you. But they can tell if it's going to attack, if it's going to flee,
Cast a spell.
has a spell. They have to roll a dice to do this. What's the some kind of insight check.
Insight check, yes.
And if they succeed, they get to know this. The other one is the analyze creature, where you can learn something about the creature.
So analyze creature is you learn some lore about that creature. And if you get a higher success, you would learn maybe hit points, an ability, whatever your GM decides to give you, something more juicy.
So, okay, as we talked about in before, but if you're new to this, when you roll a d20 for to hit or for any kind of these
Yes.
skill-based checks, if you roll 5 above what the DC is, you get more. You can do more damage, or as he said, you'll get to know more information about the creature. If you roll 10 above it, you're going to know more. So
Even more.
if you just beat it, you get some lore.
Yeah, get some lore.
Might be helpful. Up to your DM, like you said. But if you roll 5 above, now maybe you learn what their defense is, their armor class.
Yeah, you
maybe
can
you learn the ballpark of their hit points. Maybe if you get higher than that, you learn that they're immune to fire or that lightning really hurts them. The fact that it doesn't cost you an action point is great.
It's just something that happens at the beginning of every combat. You just get a jump on everybody.
Yeah.
You're ready to go, and you can get someone else in your group to get a jump on somebody as well.
You get a turn before everybody's turn.
Basically, yeah, you're doing something starting off.
Because this all happens before the first creature
Boom.
takes their turn in combat.
Before the initiative
giving
roll.
the initiative, giving
When
that,
you
yeah.
roll initiative, it just happens.
Yeah.
So it's
So that's fun.
Yeah, after that, I don't understand why you wouldn't have a commander in your party. This is very helpful
It's very helpful.
on every single combat.
What's the matter with you if you don't have a commander in your party? You're playing it all wrong.
Yeah,
Go
make
get
a-
yourself a commander and then come back.
make somebody be the commander.
Good Lord.
In my humble
Command
opinion.
them to be.
In his very humble opinion, if you don't play with a commander, you're an idiot.
Anyways,
What's the last feature? Come on, give it to me. Give it to me.
Go ahead. I know you're chomping at the bit to
need-
fuck this up.
I need it. Come on.
so it's the commanding aura. Yeah. So this is really cool.
Actually,
Sounds
that'd be
paladin.
great to have this in real life. My wife's name is Aura.
Okay, commanding aura, 5-space aura, right? We've talked about this already.
5 of them.
5 spaces around you. You can help all your allies with these 3 different actions, right? So first one is bolster. Bolster, you're using your help action to bolster another player's attack.
Only
This
their
is-
attack.
Only attack. And this is within 5 spaces, so it's not as good as the bard, better than me standing next to Brandon. I can now help Kent. I can help someone farther away.
Anybody else that uses this would have to do it within one space.
Yes, within one space.
Like we told you about the bard can do it within 10 spaces. The commander can do it within 5.
Then 5.
So it's better than everybody except the bard.
And you can do it as a reaction too. If someone else is attacking and you see something's going on, you can use it as a reaction to give them a help.
Right then on
Right
that
then.
attack they're going to make. So that's cool because if you use the help action other than a reaction, you can declare it and it lasts until the start of your next turn.
Yes.
So whatever ally you gave that to, but you have to also decide who they're using it against.
And what you're going to help them with.
Yeah.
So reaction might be an easier way to use this
Yeah.
than
'Cause
declaring
now-
it off the bat. Yeah, I would use it as a reaction and throw it out there whenever I felt like it.
Yeah. So you're bolstering them.
Bolstering them.
I do declare I'm bolstering you.
Now rally is another second thing you could do. Rally.
It's another second thing you can
See,
do.
I'm gonna,
or is it the
God damn it!
second?
I sound like Brandon.
Yeah, it's another,
There's two second things you can do.
This is the first second thing. The next second thing, which sometimes we call the third,
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl.
rally. You give 1 temporary hit point to all allies within your aura.
That's pretty awesome.
Anybody you choose. So if you're mad at somebody that day, you don't have to give it to them.
I could
It's
definitely
the
not
allies you
give it to
choose
someone.
within
Yes.
that 5. Give them all a temporary hit point.
You're
Yeah.
not worthy of this.
You're not worthy.
And they don't stack, so you can't pump that up.
I'm mad
or
at
anything.
you.
You can't keep pumping that up.
Remember, Brandon? These don't stack in DC20.
D's don't stack.
You
These don't stack, which is dumb.
Brandon doesn't like that.
I like a temporary hit point bank.
He likes to cheat.
And then
I do not like to
then
cheat.
what?
He's cheating.
The second one,
The second one.
The third one.
or some people call it the third one, is reinforce. Where you impose disadvantage on an attack versus an ally as a reaction in this 5 space area.
So as a reaction, you see somebody about to get attacked, you'd be like,
Raise
nope.
your shield.
And then, the attacker gets disadvantage on that attack against your friend because how dare you?
I think the fun part of this would be like making up little phrases. Like reinforce, I'd be like, raise your shield! And just have some like,
You would have to be
Buttons
Captain
going on.
Catchphrase for this for
yeah,
sure.
you'd have to have catchphrases
They know
everywhere.
what it means.
Yeah, it'd be like Top Gun, where you always had some kind of phrase they were saying. I don't know what they ever said, but
Welcome to the danger zone, bitch.
Who sang that?
I don't know.
Who sang it?
who sang it? Come on.
Kenny Loggins.
There we go.
You just pulled that out of your ass. How you said you don't know?
It's your
make 'em
aura. It's your
flinch.
presence. Like imagine walking on the battlefield with the Mountain from Game of Thrones. Would you always be staring at him, no matter who you were fighting?
Yes.
Our commander's a gnome.
So shoot. Okay.
But he looks
you pull him out of your.
crazy.
He does look crazy.
Yeah, you would. I feel like you would be
looks-
watching him the whole time.
He
like,
looks nuts
what is
as
he
hell.
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks very unpredictable and crazy. You'll see the artwork. But yeah, I'd be afraid of him. He look
Yeah,
Don't
he's got
piss off that
something- he's
gnome.
got something-
No.
He's crazy. And then you get a talent.
Oh, yeah, just like every second level.
We do have to do a talent video. We need to keep saying that. But
do.
the reason we haven't done one yet is because that list of more things you can do with that talent is coming out. But it's something you spend at second level on whatever you want to. It's like a free token you can spend at Chuck E.
Feat.
Cheese on anything.
Feat.
It's a feat.
It's a
but
feat. An
it's
ability.
more than a
It's more than a
feat.
feat. It's like a super feat.
It changes your character. We've said this before. It's something you can choose that will really, it could set you on a whole different path. It's a very powerful thing that you get.
Right. You can use this to multi-class.
It's not something you're going to get to just go, I'm going to do a little extra damage. Yeah, this is how, we're doing a multi-class video very soon. That's in the works. That's going to be great. How you multi-class in this game is just incredible. Just perfection.
It's the greatest.
All right, so that's the commander.
How do we feel
So-
about that?
Yeah, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts?
Is this the martial bard?
Yes, I would say
Is
so.
this just straight up a martial bard, right? You're not casting spells, but you're still fighting in combat.
It is, because the bard at its base doesn't
Right.
have any combat
Right.
stuff. It can cast spells.
Spells.
This at its base can't cast any spells, but it can do martial, has the maneuvers and the armor and all that.
So you're right in the middle doing bardic stuff, but you're still right in the middle of this combat. Whereas the bard, I feel you're further away because you have more spaces, right? And you're using spells to bolster everybody and do things like that. So
Yeah, you could frontline this guy,
you
bard in
totally
the back.
frontline. Yeah, frontline.
This-
You need another frontliner.
This feels at at base level a militaristic, like real fantasy, like battle.
The feeling's
A bard. I feel like a bard isn't a battle ready person. They're not battling.
Not a bard.
They're in a tavern.
During
Or they're
combat?
They're not in combat. You wouldn't find a bard in combat. Would you find a bard in combat?
Well, what are you going to do if you have a bard in your party and you're in combat?
I'm just saying for
You make no sense at all.
They're making no sense. No, but
So you can't play, if you're in his game, you can't play a bard because they're not allowed in combat. No bards allowed. You sit there in the tavern. We'll let you know when we're done.
Imagine fighting in the room.
That'd be fun.
Everybody stop, there's a bard walking by.
Stop. Okay. Is he gone? All right. No. Shit, there's a bard.
this feels like a better battlefield tactician than a bard would be. Okay.
Okay, we can all agree with that.
That's what
no
it is.
bards
This
allowed
feels-
is a bit extreme. Who's a good like battlefield commander in, movies, TV?
Captain America, obviously,
Yeah.
just jumps out at me.
He tells people what to do with the Avengers, right?
Constantly.
Always ordering them around.
Constantly. I mean, then they all rally around him.
Right.
What's
Okay, Cap.
Keep swearing, Cap.
what's Rocky's coach?
Mickey, but
Mickey. He was kind of.
He's a coach.
We talk about the battlefield as a boxing ring, then he's like, yeah, hit him with the right, hit him with the left.
that definitely could work. He's doing this, he's doing that. Get him there.
Comes back to the corner. You got him right where you want him.
Yeah, he'd be like Mickey and Rocky.
Yeah.
They're specialized. We talk about
Special.
you're specializing. That's what's so fun about this. It's not because D&D, the races and the classes have all just become kind of this nebulous. You can't even not step on each other's toes. You're constantly just in each other's territory. But here, you can laser focus and specialize. Mm-hmm. And there's nobody that can do what this commander can do. It's I would never play one because again, I don't like playing support. Just a personal thing. I have nothing against. It's great. I actually wouldn't want to play in the party without a commander in it.
No, I wouldn't either.
Maybe a bard, but you need one or the other. I think
It'll definitely help, that's for sure.
a lot.
My gosh.
They're kind of game changers.
My gosh, yeah, but
I'm gonna be honest with you. Hot take. When we first started, I was like, Commander, that's dumb.
Me too. I was
But-
like, I'm glad somebody wants to do it because it ain't gonna be me.
But it's been so helpful, and it's really cool to have.
like and subscribe.
Say it. Somebody say it. Both of you say it. Not at once.
Hey,
Hey, if you
please like and subscribe on our videos if you enjoy our content. And it'll help us learn what you want to hear more of.
You can't make that funny. You want to get the PDF of this game in its beta state, which is 08 at this time of recording. Links down below. Go grab you that. It's the whole thing. It's not just a little. The 09 is coming out soon. We don't. He's not committed to a date yet because then people wow when he's a day late. So very smart. I get it. But yeah, grab that. Start playing. This commander is not in D&D, as you know if you
nowhere
know D&D.
else.
If you're new to this,
Nowhere else.
this is its own special class, like the Scion and the Spellblade that we did. Anyway, we just want to say thank you again as a new channel. We really appreciate you guys. We at around 400 subscribers at this point. So if you're watching this in the future and you can, well, how quickly did they grow, or why did they go away? We might not exist. But yeah, so that's great, and we really appreciate it. And even if you didn't subscribe, just watching it is a big help.
Yeah.
Those of you that subscribe, we really appreciate the extra effort. We're going to do a Discord. We're going to do a Patreon. We're going to do all that stuff as we continue to grow so we can talk to you guys, kind of one-on-one-ish. And maybe bring you on as a guest on some of these videos. From the Zoomland.
The Zoomland.
Something like that. Zoomlander.
How is there a look that you would use on Zoom?
Bye.